Right, hey guys, welcome back to some crypto. In today's content now we'll talk about BTC. We'll take a look at BTC on a macro basis. We'll start off with the monthly time frame and all that good stuff, and what type of price action we could be anticipating over the next like a few months. Are we going to get another parabolic move, another 7 straight bullish monthly cycle all the way up to, like, let's say, December 2024, or are we going to be moving sideways over the next like a few months till October to start a new parabolic trend? So we'll take a look at all of that good stuff. Okay, so now we'll start off with what? The monthly time frame. Okay, the monthly is important. Okay, so most of you guys been watching me for the last few years. Okay, so you know how important the monthly time frame is, right? Because I discussed it before back in 2022 when BTC was around like a 15k, somewhere around like a 19 to 15k. What I was telling you guys was like BTC was extremely undervalued. Why? Because it was 50%, okay, below the monthly 221 EMA. So whenever you see BTC somewhere around like, let's say, 40-50% below its monthly 221 EMA, you got to understand like it is extremely undervalued, and you don't want to be waiting for the bottom, because the bottom, you might never catch the bottom. You see what I'm saying? So we were discussing how important it was, because we said like if you want to wait till the halving or the post halving to start buying BTC, you might be buying it like, let's say, 100% right above the weekly 221 EMA, right? Or you might be buying it somewhere around like a 50% to 100% above the monthly 221 EMA. As you can see right now, BTC is 50% above the monthly 221 EMA in the post halving, even though price action in April, right, was bearish. The month of April was, closed engulfingly, right? BTC, it is still 50% up above its monthly 221 EMA. Okay, so that is so important. Like if you just trade the 4-hour time frame or the 1-hour time frame, you're going to be missing all these big moves, right? Like 50% below the monthly 221 EMA, and basically just hold 12 months after the halving. Okay, we're still above the monthly 221 EMA, so I don't see any bear market structure building up as of now. Okay, even though we got an engulfing candle on the monthly basis, and on the bi-weekly we got a spinning top. Okay, so now the spinning top, I did not like the spinning top, but I just have to be patient. Don't just want to jump the gun because we got a spinning top, because the way we closed right here was kind of funny, right? If you've been following the market over the last 48 to 72 hours, like the last 12 hours of the day, right, on April 30th right here, that's when we basically broke down. Okay, that's when we broke down right here, right? Because if you think about it, really, the 24 hours, let's say 24 hours before the monthly candle close, BTC was around like a 64k, right? And right at the close, let's take a look at the last 6 hours right here, right there, right here on April 30th. Okay, that's when we broke down. Okay, broke down from like, let's say, 64k, and then dumped down to like the 60k area in the within the last few hours of the monthly close. Okay, so that wasn't like a significant bearish dump. Okay, so as you can see, as of now, in less than 2 to 3 days, we back up nearly around like a 64k area, right? So it is still looking good on the macro basis, even though we got a spinning top. So you just don't want to jump the gun and say like, hey, the bear market has started and we're going to be dumping down to like a 5k, 3k, 2k and all that good stuff. Because over the next like a few months, 2 to 4 months, if we break out above 74, 75k area, that would be it. Our next big area to look for going to be above like 100k, and then after that you're looking for like 150 to 180k area. Okay, so just have to be very patient with the trend. I did not expect a let's say 24-month bullish monthly cycles in a row. Okay, I did not expect such a move. Okay, so something like let's say 7 to 8 months is good enough to get like another consolidation, 2 to 4 month consolidation, and break out to the upside. So that's the only thing I can see on the monthly. And on a quarterly basis, if you take a look at it, BTC is only down 11%, right? And last quarter we were up like 68%. The quarter before that, Q4 2023, BTC was up like 56%. And this quarter, in 1 month, we down like 11%, and people are starting to call for like, 3K, 2K, 1K, and all that good stuff. Okay, so if you guys recall, back in basically Q1, right, as soon as we closed the Q4 candle, bears started to basically print something like that, and they said like, okay, we're going to be dumping down to a $1,000 give or take, right? Some crazy number, right? So, and I said like, guys, that's not how it works. Okay, BTC doesn't care about our Elliott wave, so you have to incorporate the halving event, right, into your analysis. You can't just see like a potential zigzag formation on a macro basis and then you be like, okay, we're going to get the zigzag formation, and we didn't. Okay, so now what they're doing is like, we're going to get a flat correction. That's a double top, and then we're going to print an expanded flat. It is a beautiful pattern, but it might not be applicable to BTC because of the halving. Okay, so we just have to oversimplify it sometimes. Just because you see a pattern doesn't mean it will play out. Okay, just because you see a beautiful double top, it doesn't mean you're going to get your double bottom, especially on a quarterly basis, right? By the time we get back down to like 15K, it could take another 2 to 3 years, right? So something to basically, something to keep in mind going forward, okay? So now let's take a look at BTC on a weekly basis, right? So on the weekly basis, we just hit our weekly 21 EMA, which is a good sign. It didn't quite hit it exactly, but I think if you follow the total market cap, you know like we hit it, because the total market cap hit like a 2.06 trillion, actually 2 trillion to be exact, 2.04 trillion to be exact. Okay, so hit exactly the weekly 21 EMA. So if the total market cap hits a target, right, you're looking for on BTC, right, don't wait for BTC to hit that target. For instance, if you're waiting for like BTC to hit like, let's say the weekly 21 EMA, it's weekly 21 EMA, right? But the total market cap hits the weekly 21 EMA first. Don't wait for BTC to basically hit the weekly 21 EMA. Hopefully it makes sense. Okay, so that's why I was saying in our premium group, like, okay, it seems like even though the 60K level was broken, right, the total market cap hits like the weekly 21 EMA, that's enough for BTC to say like, okay, BTC already retested its weekly 21 EMA, even though it did not officially hit the weekly 21 EMA. So you don't want to be sitting down there waiting for like an exact number and all that good stuff, because you're most likely going to miss the entire trend if you do try to wait the exact number and all that good stuff, right? So what I'm seeing on a weekly basis, it looks good. Okay, we got 5 bearish, actually 4. This candle hasn't closed yet. It doesn't matter if it closes bearish or bullish, right, the current candle, because it came down to like within 98% of the weekly retest of the weekly 21 EMA. So good enough. Okay, it doesn't matter how it closes, right? So what we could expect, right, over the next like few weeks, what we could expect or anticipate is like a potential sideways correction within this range, right, throughout the summer, all the way up to basically September, October. So don't be surprised if we go up to 72 to 74K and stall around this area for for like a few weeks and still come back down to like the mid 50s, or even like the high 50s, depending on what type of a structure we're going to get, because we just don't know. Okay, it could even be a wedge pattern where we just do something like that and then push to the upside. So we just don't know. But what I'm saying is like, don't be surprised, right, if we hit like 73, 74K and get another rejection over the summer and still come back down to retest the mid 50s, right? That'll break below the weekly 21, but I wouldn't care about the weekly. I wouldn't care about the weekly 21 EMA if we print the double top, double bottom, because as soon as we break back above the weekly 21 EMA, you will get a confirmation of a trend reversal. Meaning like, let's say if price action basically retests the 74K area, dump back down below the weekly 21, as soon as we break back above the weekly 21, you will get your confirmation of a reversal. So the weekly 21 EMA will be irrelevant if we get a rejection at 74K. That is something I just have to remember. Okay, so just in case bears will come out and say, okay, we breaking below the weekly 200 EMA on our second retest. So, you know, just keep that in mind, right? So now let's take a look at BTC on a 3D basis. So on a 3D basis, if you guys recall, we talked about it like back in March, okay, when I was basically talking about like BTC dropping 30% and all that good stuff, right? Even though I was basically just creating some FUD, right, regarding the thumbnail and all that good stuff, right? So you can see like it retested our midpoint right here, and that's exactly what we were saying. We're going to retest at some point our midpoint. However, if we retest the midpoint on our RSI, we want price action to be holding around the 3D 21 EMA, right? So we held well around the 3D 21 EMA, push back up 50%, and then dump down to the weekly 200. So overall, it is still within a consolidation phase, right? We cannot say like just because we just pumped like 6% on the 3D candle, BTC is on a, you know, BTC is basically reversing back up towards like 100, you know, going up to 100K and all that good stuff. So just be level headed, right? Until we at least take out the 3D 21 EMA, we could start to say, okay, the next level going to be 74K area. So keep an eye on your 3D 21 EMA right here, right? Got to close above it and stay above it if we want to go up towards like a 73 to 74, and then we're going to rely on the weekly time frame after that. Okay, so hopefully it makes sense. I'm just going to repeat it for Leroy. Got to basically take out the 3D 21, right, and stay above it, right? Because as of now, our 3D MACD is not looking good. Okay, so I'm not expecting any big move towards like, let's say 100K until we get at least a positive 3D MACD, or at least, you know, get a 2D positive MACD. So don't get caught up, right? Just because we broke out, you know, within the last, let's say over the last 24 hours, we've been breaking out, right? So do not basically get caught up. We're still below the 2D 21. We're still below the 3D 21. Our MACD, it is still negative. So consolidation, it is still ongoing until we basically at least take out the 3D 21 EMA, which is at 63.1. So we want a candle opening and closing above 63.1 within the next like a few days. Okay, in terms of Elliott wave, or in terms of like a structure, you could say, okay, it is a wedge pattern on a 3D basis. It looks really good. Okay, so we'll see if we're going to break out of the you know, wedge pattern and basically just be taken off, or if we're going to be breaking out and still come back down, retest and push to the upside. So just have to be very patient, right? If you've been bullish on BTC over the last 18 months, since like November 2022, you shouldn't worry about like whether we above 60K or below 60K, okay? Because you're still in massive profits. You're still in massive, in some crazy profits, okay? BTC is still up like 4x from you know, the November 2022 lows. Okay, so just have to be patient over the next like a 2 to 4 months. I think like we're going to be moving sideways over the next 2 to 4 months. So that's just my personal opinion. If you think like we're going to dump down to 3K, good luck. If you think like we're going to 100K, nice. Okay, it won't hurt anyway if we go up to 100K in this summer, right? So I'm just gonna cut it short. You know, thanks a lot for watching, guys.